Okay, today we will give a demonstration of a still life by pencil shading. So, without wasting time, what I have done, I have done the drawing first. So I will show you. I have already shown you the things I have arranged in front of me. So from there, I have made slight changes in the drawing, and this is the drawing. So I'm going to start the shading. So as I earlier also told you that all over the places we have to use the first tone, defining the source of light. Okay, so I'm starting now. So you can see here that leaving the lighted enlightened place empty, the remaining place I'm covering with a simple tone, and then I will smudge it. Okay, so this is the technique. You can see the focus of the light. You can see that all over the places what I am doing, I am defining the lights, though I'm giving putting the shadows, but actually with the shadows what I'm doing, I'm defining the lights, which are the places has the highlights. So those lights only I am defining, I am bringing out all those lights. So in this way on the cabbage also you see where there is light, so only the lights I am trying to find out. So first one basically like this only, you have to find out the highlights, and the remaining places you cover with the same kind of tones, light tone, not very dark, because you will find so many differences in the tones. Some are very light, some places are very dark, and some are having very dark color also. But don't bother about all those things in the beginning. First you just define the lights. Okay, in this way you just continue, and then let us see. If you feel very hard to smudge it by your fingertips, you can cover your fingertips with a piece of cloth, and then with that cloth you can smudge it. Okay, so basically all over the places I think I have applied. So we'll do some little work at the background, and then we'll go for the second tone. So now we can say that we have finished our first tone all over the places. So basically the background also I have applied some of the shadings which are helping us to reveal the lights of the front objects. You see, the background color is helping actually to reveal the beauty of the front objects. Okay, so this is actually supporting us, and it is projecting very nicely now. So this is the end of first tone, and in the second tone what we'll do, we will start putting where there is more darker tones even in the shadows, because you will find inside the shadows also there is there are ups and downs, and all those things we have to define nicely. So in second tone, what we'll do, we'll apply a little darker tones on the same places, and we'll find out the corners and darker tones. So now you can see here that all the objects and the volume, the roundness of this pot and the roundness of this cabbage and the tomatoes, even the roundness of the brush sticks, no? So how we have depicted that creation of volume, how you can create the volume, the three-dimensional effect, that you have to see here. Okay, so one side is highlights and other side is dark. Even in the dark also you can see there is a very faint light, that is called reflection light. So all over the places here also you can, if you can see it, that the reflection light is there. Okay, and how it is casting shadow on the floor. Okay, because the lights is coming from the left direction like this, so it is casting shadow on the floor, shadow of all the objects, say tomato and then cabbage and then this pot and everything. So now I'm working on this squash, so this vegetable. The squash is having some textural surface, so some ups and downs, rough surface you can say. So that roughness you can create in this way, and with that the ups and downs and the light shade, that also you have to take care of. So you can see now it is actually taking its real shape. So in your level this much will be enough, I think. In advanced level we'll do some more detailing, but in your level you have to understand the basically the light and shadow, and inside the shadow also you have to do the work. Okay, so in a simple way you have to understand your picture. Whatever you are seeing, the objects, you have to understand in two ways. One side is light, one side is shadow. So that's why always place the things in such a place where the light is coming from one direction, because sometimes if you place in a place where the light is coming from multiple directions, like from door it is coming, again from window it is coming, again you have switch on the light, from that light also you are getting that light also falling on the object, it will create illusion, and that will be more complicated for you. You can't define it. That's a very simple way. If you choose a place where the light is coming from one direction, so it will be more easier for you to draw them. So you see how I am using the background colors. The background, it is helping us to bring out the object's actual volume. Okay, so in this way, some corners and all, you can put little more darker shadow. So we'll stop here. Thank you.